All right, you guys, here marks day 3 of the road to $100,000, $100,000 gross revenue in my pressure washing business. I am still at zero. Today, I didn't do a whole lot in the way of, logo making or trying to do a ton of research. I'm basically just waiting on some of this wood wizard to come in. But I did try to get a quote, and something a little bit controversial came up. I mentioned it in my short if you watched that, but here it goes. So I reached out to a company to get a quote, a price quote to basically wash the fence and to make it look nice and new again, at least color-wise. And I must have been a little bit too obvious about what I was asking because the lady suspected it and she was wondering if I owned a pressure washing business too, which technically I don't, but I mean, to be honest, I'm getting into it. So I wasn't untruthful, but at the same time, I want to say, just slightly deceptive. But I mean, is this fair game or is it going to be kind of falling under the shady practices? I mean, I'm not trying to steal any business, and I'm definitely not trying to hurt her business at all or their business. I'm just trying to see where I fall in line, price-wise and, customer service-wise as well. I want to create my own routes and my own leads and all this stuff. I don't want to take other people's leads. Of course, I believe that there's plenty to go around, but, somebody with malice probably could do something to hurt somebody's business. That wasn't my intent. I did probably take, 5-10 minutes of their time altogether. But at the same time, my intent was not to hurt any business. It was just to get an idea of where I'm at. This is not meant to be a provocative video. I'm only really wondering if this falls in line as moral in your guys' opinions. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Just your honest opinion. To me, it seems like it'd be something pretty normal and fair play. I wouldn't want somebody bugging me, for tons of time and, a bunch of different people coming at me and basically wasting all of my business's time. But at the same time, if a competitor were to call me and ask me, just posing themselves as a regular customer, if they could get a price quote on something and I gave that to them and later I found out that they were a competitor, I mean, I would be a little bit kind of like, oh man, I feel like I shouldn't have given it to them, but I don't think I would be that mad. I've done the same thing and I'm not going to sit here in judgment, but, to each his own. And this lady was very respectful. I want to be clear about that. And I was as respectful as possible too, given the situation. I didn't say anything rude. She didn't say anything rude. It was a little awkward. I will admit that, but that's okay. I've dealt with plenty of awkward situations in my life. So anyway, day 3 on the way to $100,000. Haven't made anything yet. Still in the very beginning stages. Let me know what you guys think. Is it moral that I did that? Or is it going to be kind of shady? Let me know. Thank you.